Imagine that Honda CEO made a significant breakthrough just as the entire world was convinced that EVs or electric cars were future. Yes, you heard that right. Honda has introduced a new hybrid engine, and their announcement is so powerful that people are saying the era of EVs is over. This isn't just a technical update, but a shock to the auto industry. The question arises, what has Honda demonstrated that has shaken even Tesla, BYD, and other companies? In addition to technology, this engine is backed by a comprehensive strategy that has the potential to alter the auto industry's course in the coming years. If you think EVs are our final destination, then this move by Honda may shake your mind. Most importantly, it contains some secrets that, if revealed, will complete the narrative of the upcoming automobile revolution. Finally, what technology has Honda used in this, which is being discussed, and why this engine will disrupt the electric car market. So stay tuned until the end of this video as we reveal all the secrets that are currently being discussed worldwide. And yes, before proceeding further, please subscribe to our channel to be the first to see such videos. Let's take a step back to learn about Honda's beginnings and how the company got to where it is today before getting into the new engine. The story begins with a man named Soichiro Honda. He was a fan of machines and engines since childhood. It is said that his passion for creating something new by assembling scrap parts was more important than studying. At one point, he opened his own small workshop and began manufacturing piston rings for cars. Initially, his efforts failed repeatedly, but he didn't give up. After World War II, Japan faced difficult conditions. There was a shortage of petrol, and people began using vehicles less. In such a situation, Honda solved the problem by installing a small motor on a bicycle. This was a cheap and easy way to travel, and this is where Honda's true journey began. This motorcycle was so popular that Honda became the most well-known brand in the motorcycle industry. In the 1950s and 60s, Honda expanded its presence globally. Its motorcycles began to be sold in America and Europe. Taglines like "You meet the nicest people on a Honda" established Honda as a trustworthy and friendly brand. Meanwhile, Soichiro Honda's dream had grown even bigger. He wanted Honda to be more than just a motorcycle company, but also to become a major name in the car world. Honda introduced its first vehicle in 1963. While the beginning was small, the company's focus was clear to provide affordable, reliable, and technologically advanced vehicles. Gradually, Honda established its position in the market based on the quality and mileage of its engines. Honda's fuel-efficient automobiles provided relief to the general public, particularly during the oil crisis of the 1970s and 1980s. At that time, many of the world's largest car companies were struggling. However, Honda car sales remained strong. Honda's Zamayu journey didn't stop there. They also entered F1 racing and proved that their engines could not only perform well on everyday roads, but also on fast-paced racetracks. During this time, cars like the Honda Civic and Accord took the world by storm. These cars were not only reliable, but their technology and performance made Honda a global leader. Today, Honda is not just a car and bike manufacturer, but a technology company working in various fields such as robotics, jet engines, and clean energy. Their humanoid robot named Aimo has captured the world's attention. Honda has always maintained an innovative approach, and that's why when the world is chasing EVs, Honda surprised everyone by suddenly introducing a new hybrid engine. So Honda's journey has grown from a small workshop to motorcycles, cars, racing, and now hybrid technology. This company has proven time and again that even in difficult times, it can come up with solutions that astonish the world. And now that its CEO has revealed a new direction for the hybrid engine, it's clear that Honda's real game is not over yet. In fact, their new story is just beginning. Honda's new hybrid engine, a real blast. Honda's new hybrid engine is a breakthrough in the automobile industry that has surprised everyone. Honda found a middle ground while the world was moving entirely toward electric vehicles, demonstrating that finding a balance is the key to success. This engine is a combination that harnesses the power of both the petrol engine and the battery simultaneously. This not only provides drivers with high mileage, but also excellent vehicle performance. People often complain about EVs, such as the difficulty of covering long distances, the time it takes to charge, and the lack of available charging stations everywhere. However, Honda's new hybrid engine easily addresses all these issues. First, let's talk about its mileage. Honda has always been known for making its cars mileage-friendly, but this time they've gone a step further, creating an engine that uses minimal petrol and provides instant battery support when needed. This makes the car use less gas and gives the driver the kind of smooth ride they expect from a luxury car. An engine that offers both options is advantageous, as gasoline prices rise and battery charging becomes more difficult for everyone. Now, let's talk about performance. Many people mistakenly believe that a hybrid vehicle will lack power or pickup, but Honda has dispelled this myth. Their new hybrid engine is designed to deliver full torque and smooth acceleration from the moment the car starts. In city traffic, the battery mode keeps the car light and economical, while on the highway, the petrol engine delivers the power needed for long journeys. This means there's no compromise on performance. This Honda engine is being called a game share because it combines the best of both worlds. EVs offer a clean and silent driving experience while retaining the reliability of gasoline. Users don't have to worry about finding a charging station or worry about running out of range. This is a solution that directly addresses the common man's biggest worry. What if the battery runs out mid-journey? Furthermore, Honda has developed a smart system between the battery and engine that automatically determines when to use the battery and when to use the engine. This not only saves fuel, but also extends the vehicle's life. This is why experts believe that this hybrid engine isn't just another update, but a signal to the entire industry that the future of EVs may not be as simple as it's portrayed. Consider while companies like Tesla and BYD have completely invested in EVs, Honda's move offers people a new option. It's an option that combines not only technology, but also practicality. People still choose reliable and affordable vehicles, and Honda has struck a masterstroke in that direction. That's why this engine is being called a game share, because it poses a new challenge to the dream of EVs and demonstrates that the real revolution lies in the one that benefits the common man. So Honda's new hybrid engine could change the face of the automobile market in the coming years. This isn't just a technical update, but a step that will shake people's thinking. EV's limitations. Why Honda chose hybrid EVs or electric vehicles have been a topic of discussion worldwide for the past few years. It was being said everywhere that they are the future and that petrol and diesel vehicles will disappear in the near future. But the reality is that EVs still face many limitations. And this is why a major company like Honda has chosen hybrid instead of relying solely on EVs. Let's understand in simple terms the major weaknesses of EVs and why hybrids seem like a more sensible choice right now. The first problem is the lack of charging infrastructure. Imagine petrol pumps are available at every street corner. But if your electric vehicle runs out of gas while you're driving, finding a charging station is like looking for treasure. Even in big cities, charging points are scarce, and on rural or highway roads, it's almost impossible. Furthermore, charging times are extremely long. While filling up with petrol takes 5 minutes, fully charging an EV can take anywhere from half an hour to several hours. People keep thinking about this because they worry that their car might break down while they're driving. This is why many people still avoid purchasing EVs. The second major problem is the high cost and failure of batteries. EV batteries are the most expensive component of a vehicle. The cost of a single battery can reach lakhs of rupees, sometimes representing half the cost of the vehicle. Additionally, replacing it is difficult if it malfunctions. Furthermore, the battery's lifespan is limited. Its performance declines after a few years. In colder climates, the battery discharges quickly, and in hotter climates, it overheats and fails. This can be a headache for the user. The needs of the average person are not met by the grand visions of EVs. People want their vehicles to be reliable, long-lasting, easily refueled, and easy to pay. However, EVs don't fully meet these expectations. Range anxiety, charging stress, and the cost of battery repairs. People's dissatisfaction is exacerbated by each of these factors. This is why many people hesitate to purchase an EV even today. Honda carefully considered and understood all these shortcomings. They realized that the common man would not benefit from relying solely on EVs. So, they chose the hybrid route. This combines both a petrol engine and a battery. This means that even if the battery runs out, the vehicle won't stall because the petrol engine will continue to provide backup. This virtually eliminates the need for charging infrastructure. Furthermore, the battery is less stressed because it's not working alone. This increases its lifespan and reduces the risk of failure. Hybrid vehicles offer both fuel savings and driving pleasure. In city traffic, battery mode reduces petrol consumption. The gasoline engine kicks in when driving on the highway, delivering potent performance. This means users get the best of both worlds, the quietness and smoothness of an EV and the reliability of a petrol engine. This is why Honda has placed such a significant bet on hybrids. They identified the real problems of their users and provided solutions accordingly. Honda provided a solution to the very issues that prevented people from purchasing electric vehicles. And this is why their CEO statement came as a shock to the world. Honda's technology, what's new in it? Honda's new hybrid technology is being discussed worldwide. The reason is clear. It offers something new that other companies haven't yet been able to properly implement. Honda has integrated the battery and engine in such a way that the two not only provide increased mileage, but also maintain performance. It's often observed that when a vehicle is in battery mode, it consumes less power, while when it's in engine mode, it consumes more fuel. However, Honda has solved this problem with smart technology. Their system knows when to use the engine and when to use the battery automatically. The battery is activated as soon as the vehicle is moving slowly through traffic, and as soon as speed is required on the highway, the petrol engine is engaged. This automatic switching is so smooth that the driver doesn't even notice, providing a natural driving experience. Now, let's talk about fuel efficiency and emissions. The entire world is now focused on clean energy and reduced pollution. EVs were being promoted for this reason. However, the difficulties of disposing of EV batteries and the pollution they generate are also well known. Honda's hybrid engine offers a practical solution in this direction. When both the battery and engine work together, petrol consumption is significantly reduced. This means the user gets more mileage and lower expenses. Additionally, vehicle emissions and carbon emissions are significantly reduced. This is a relief for those who want a car that is both economical and environmentally friendly. Honda hasn't just kept this technology on paper, but has also tested it in real-world testing. It was tested in various weather, traffic, and road conditions. Whether in cold, snowy areas or hot terrain, the battery and engine combination delivers excellent results everywhere. Testing revealed that on crowded city streets, the vehicle operates on battery mode for longer periods, saving fuel. However, on long highway journeys, the engine engages to provide the necessary power. Driving remains smooth, and there's no fear of running out of power midway. Honda's technology has another unique feature. It also understands driving patterns. If you frequently take short trips, the battery will work harder. And if you take long trips, the engine and battery will work together to balance. Honda's strength lies in this clever adjustment. This is why experts are calling it a game share. Imagine while other companies are taking the risk of relying solely on batteries and EVs, Honda has delivered the best of both worlds. Users do not have to worry about charging or the high price of gasoline. This technology demonstrates that Honda is not just a car manufacturer, but one that develops technology based on people's real needs. So, what's new in Honda's hybrid technology is not just the engine, but also the thinking. The excellent integration of battery and engine, greater fuel efficiency, lower emissions, and proven real-world testing results. All of this makes it the most practical solution for years to come. Honda's strategy. Why hybrids over EVs? Understanding Honda's strategy is crucial, as it explains why the company chose hybrids despite the plethora of EVs. Indeed, Honda CEO has clearly stated that EVs are not yet fully ready for the general public. He acknowledged that electric vehicles are technologically attractive, but their limitations are so significant that they are not a practical option for everyone. Charging infrastructure, high battery prices, and range concerns are all issues that continue to deter the average user. In this context, Honda believes hybrids are the most appropriate and balanced path forward. The CEO's vision is clear. He wants Honda not to be merely a technology showcase, but to create vehicles that meet people's real needs. This is reflected in his statement where he questioned EVs and described hybrids as the most practical step toward mass adoption. He says that drivers worldwide can't immediately shift to EVs. It requires time, infrastructure, and trust. Until all of this is in place, hybrids are the bridge that will take people from conventional engines to the green technologies of the future. Honda's strategy here seems very sensible. They observe that the biggest problem faced by customers purchasing EVs is the lack of access to charging facilities. On the other hand, those with petrol and diesel engines are concerned about mileage and rising fuel prices. Hybrids offer a solution to both these problems. They combine a battery, which saves fuel, and a petrol engine, which provides reliable long-distance travel. This practical solution is Honda's greatest strength. You could even call Honda's thinking a masterstroke. While companies like Tesla and BYD are racing to develop EVs, Honda has taken a step back and looked at the bigger picture. They understood the technology isn't just for show, but rather for everyday use. That's why they chose hybrids. This is an option that eliminates range concerns or the hassle of finding charging stations. Additionally, the vehicle costs less and is also environmentally friendly. Another aspect of Honda's strategy is their belief in slow but firm steps. They are aware that many nations' infrastructures and user requirements differ, so moving straight to EVs will present challenges. However, hybrids are universally adopted as they offer both petrol pump support and the benefits of battery life. This makes Honda's move a smart and practical option, given the limitations of EVs' competition threat to Tesla and BYD. Honda's new hybrid engine is poised to have the greatest impact on its two major rivals, Tesla and BYD. Today, when the world mentions EVs, Tesla is often mentioned first. Elon Musk's company transformed electric vehicles from a dream into reality and convinced the world that the future belongs entirely to EVs. The development of electric vehicles, EVs, has consumed all of Tesla's resources, including time, money, and research. Their strategy has been to establish an EV empire and completely replace gasoline and diesel-powered vehicles. But Honda's move could prove alarming for Tesla. The reason is clear. If the world realizes that hybrids are currently more practical than EVs, Tesla's entire business model could be shaken. Now let's talk about BYD. This Chinese company is now the largest manufacturer of electric vehicles worldwide. However, unlike Tesla, BYD has also focused on hybrids. BYD's DMI hybrid system has already made waves in China, proving that people appreciate hybrids as much as EVs. BYD's model is very similar to Honda's in this regard. However, Honda is a global brand with significant presence in Asia, Europe, and the PBTU Americas. In this context, Honda's new hybrid product may challenge BYD and weaken its hold. Honda's move has abruptly changed the competition in the market. While investors had previously been betting on shares of companies like Tesla and BYD, believing EVs to be the future, they are now also eyeing Honda. When a CEO's statement changes the outlook of an entire industry, investors don't take it lightly. This is why the launch of Honda's hybrid engine has caused a stir in the market. Reports have emerged that people are now questioning how real the dream of EVs is and whether hybrids are the path that will be most effective in the next 10 years. This threat is significant for both Tesla and BYD because both companies have already invested heavily. Tesla has established gigafactories and invested billions of dollars in lowering the cost of electric vehicle batteries. BYD has also put full force into battery and EV production if the market suddenly shifts toward hybrids. Both businesses may incur significant losses. Honda, on the other hand, has made a smart move. Instead of focusing solely on EVs, they have kept both hybrid and EV options open. The advantage of this is that even if the EV market slows, Honda will not be left behind. Imagine if Honda suddenly plays a hybrid card when Tesla and BYD are competing for EV sales. It would be nothing short of a game share. Now customers have a choice. Buy an EV and suffer the stress of charging, or buy a hybrid and enjoy the benefits of both. This choice poses the biggest threat to Tesla and BYD. Impact on the global market. Is the future of EVs in danger? The impact of Honda's new hybrid engine won't be limited to just one country or market. It could disrupt the global auto sector. The imagery surrounding EVs that only electric vehicles will be everywhere in the coming years is now beginning to fade. Honda's plan has made it clear that while EVs may be the future, their present, i.e. today, is still in the hands of hybrids. First, let's talk about Europe. The European Union has announced a ban on petrol and diesel vehicles by 2035. Governments there are providing substantial subsidies to promote EVs. However, the real problem is that the charging network is not as robust as it should be. Drivers traveling long distances often complain about the lack of charging points. In this context, Honda's hybrid could be a welcome relief for those in Europe who want to buy an EV but don't want to worry about charging. Demand in Europe may rise quickly if hybrids become an affordable and dependable option. Now, let's talk about the United States. Tesla is the largest EV company here and has a significant market share. The U.S. government is also encouraging EVs. However, the issue is the same here. Charging infrastructure isn't available everywhere. In a country as large as the U.S., providing charging networks to every highway and small town is difficult. This is why Honda's hybrid could also be attractive to American customers, especially middle-class families who need a reliable vehicle but are hindered by the limitations of EVs. The picture is even more interesting in Asia. In China, companies like BYD are focusing on both hybrids and EVs, and hybrids have already become quite popular there. Meanwhile, in countries like India, Indonesia, and Thailand, charging infrastructure is still in its infancy, making full EV adoption difficult in these countries. Honda's hybrid fits seamlessly into these markets as customers here prioritize economy and reliability. Hybrids not only save petrol, but also eliminate the stress of charging. Now, the big question arises, will hybrids become mainstream again? The answer is yes, they absolutely can. Until a few years ago, hybrids were considered a stepping stone to EVs. But now, Honda has introduced them as a mainstream option. If customers find hybrids more practical, they could once again become a major trend in the auto industry, especially when petrol is expensive and charging networks are weak. Hybrids offer customers both benefits, lower fuel consumption, and greater reliability. All of this is directly impacting EV companies and their stocks. Whenever an industry's outlook shifts, investor perceptions also change. EV stocks were soaring as everyone believed they were the future. But after Honda's hybrid success, investors have begun to question their performance. Tesla and BYD could see their stock prices fall if the hybrid trend gains traction. On the other hand, as people become aware that the business is moving in a more practical direction, shares of brands like Honda may experience a surge. So Honda's hybrid engine isn't just a technical innovation, but a game share for the old entire industry. These vehicles will directly challenge EVs in major markets like Europe, the US, and Asia. It will be interesting to see whether the dream of EVs will be dashed or whether hybrids and EVs will together give a new face to the future of green mobility. But one thing is certain, Honda has played such a card that the entire world will have to rethink its plans. Honda's long-term vision isn't limited to launching a new hybrid engine. It's part of a whole revolution. The company's vision is clear: green mobility, meaning a future where vehicles are less harmful to the environment and provide customers with practical solutions. Behind Honda's vision is a belief that every country, every market, and every customer has different needs. Therefore, it's not right to force a single technology. Honda's green mobility strategy rests on 3 pillars: hybrid, EV, and in the long term, hydrogen fuel. This means they want customers to have choice in the coming years. In countries with robust charging infrastructure, EV use will increase. However, where this facility is still a distant dream, hybrid will be useful. In this way, Honda has made its strategy flexible enough to maintain its presence in all types of markets. Now, regarding the roadmap for the next 5 to 10 years, Honda's plan is quite interesting. For the next few years, their focus will be on hybrids to provide customers with a reliable and affordable option. The company will also continue research on EVs, particularly on improving battery technology and charging networks. As conditions permit, Honda will gradually increase EV production. However, they won't make the mistake of relying solely on EVs and abandoning other options. This is why Honda's strategy is different and more practical than that of companies like Tesla. Honda believes that the balance between EVs and hybrids will be its greatest asset in the future. Hybrids will be for customers who don't want the worry of charging, and EVs for those who are ready to embrace future technology. Together, they will create a balance in the market and give Honda the advantage of being able to stay ahead of the curve. However, the most important question is whether or not EVs and the hybrid revolution will coexist. Honda believes that the coexistence of both is the right path. EVs aren't fully ready yet, but it's difficult to move forward without hybrids. This means that the future won't be a victory for one, but rather a combination of both. So, tell us, if you had the chance, would you choose a hybrid or an EV? Be sure to leave your opinion in the comments. And yes, if you found this video informative, subscribe to the channel to be the first to receive such important updates.